It happened on a Tuesday evening in January. A perfectly normal commute home. The snow started light, just a dusting. Nothing unusual. You've driven in worse. But within 20 minutes, the highway became a parking lot. Cars stopped moving. Then the wind picked up. Then the temperature dropped to 0. And there you were, sitting in your car, fuel gauge dropping, phone battery at 11%, no blanket, no food, no water, surrounded by nothing but white. This is not a horror movie. This happened to thousands of real people in real snowstorms across America, Canada, and Europe in the last decade alone. People who thought they were just driving home. Some of them made it, some of them didn't. The difference between the ones who survived and the ones who didn't was not luck. It was preparation. Today I'm going to give you the 7 things you must do, and must have, if you ever find yourself stranded in a snowstorm. Watch this entire video. It could save your life or the life of someone you love. Welcome back. This channel exists for one reason: to give you real, practical, life-saving information that most people only wish they had before the emergency happened. Today we're talking about snowstorm survival. Specifically, what to do if you get stranded in your car during a blizzard or a whiteout. These 7 steps are simple, proven, and could mean the difference between going home to your family or not. Let's get into it. Step 1, stay in your car no matter what. This is the single most important decision you will make. When people are stranded in a snowstorm, the instinct is to get out and walk, to find help, to move, to do something. And that instinct kills people every single year. Here is the truth. Your car is your shelter. It blocks the wind. It holds your body heat. It is visible to rescue teams. It is 1,000 times safer than the open road in a blizzard. The moment you step outside in whiteout conditions, you can lose visibility within feet. The cold and wind steal your body heat in minutes. Disorientation sets in fast. People have been found frozen just meters from their vehicles because they couldn't find their way back. Unless your car is on fire or filling with water, stay inside. Rescuers will find your car. They won't find you wandering in a snowfield. Tie a bright piece of cloth, a scarf, a jacket, anything to your antenna or door handle to signal your location. Then stay put and wait. Step 2, manage your engine and exhaust. This is life or death. Here is something that most people don't know, and it kills people in every major snowstorm. Carbon monoxide poisoning. When you run your engine to stay warm, which you will need to do, you must make absolutely sure your exhaust pipe is clear of snow. If snow blocks your exhaust pipe, carbon monoxide backs up into your car. It is colorless. It is odorless. You will feel sleepy. Then you will lose consciousness. Then you will die. This happens to people every single winter. Families found in their cars with the engine running and no signs of trauma, carbon monoxide poisoning. Here is your rule. Every 20 to 30 minutes, crack a window slightly for ventilation and physically check your exhaust pipe if you can safely do so from inside or just outside your door. Run your engine for 10 minutes every hour to conserve fuel and stay warm. Do not run it continuously. This one step alone could save your life tonight. Step 3, control your body heat. Layer, insulate, conserve. Your body is your most powerful survival tool, but it needs help. In a stranded car with the engine off, temperatures inside can drop dangerously fast, especially at night. Your job is to trap and hold every degree of body heat you have. If you have a blanket, use it immediately. Don't wait until you're cold. Wrap it around your entire body, including your feet. Put on every layer of clothing you have in the car. Use floor mats as insulation under your feet if needed. The floor is one of the coldest surfaces in a stopped car. Huddle with other passengers. Human body heat shared between 2 or 3 people in a small car space is remarkably effective. Move your arms and legs regularly. Even just gentle exercises while seated keep circulation going and generate heat. Cover your head. You lose an enormous amount of body heat through your head. A hat, a hood, even a jacket draped over your head makes a significant difference. And here is something most people forget: stay dry. Wet clothing against your skin accelerates heat loss dramatically. If anything is wet, remove it and insulate over your base layer instead. Step 4. Signal for help. Be seen, A&D, be heard. You are not going to survive by being invisible. Your goal is to make your vehicle as visible and as noticeable as possible to passing rescue vehicles, snowplows, and emergency services. Turn on your hazard lights. They consume very little battery and make you visible in low visibility conditions. As mentioned, tie something bright and large to your antenna or window. A red scarf, a bright jacket, anything that contrasts against the white snow. If you have road flares in your emergency kit, and you should, place one behind your vehicle when it is safe to do so. Use your horn in short, sharp bursts. 3 short blasts is the universal distress signal if you hear or see anyone nearby. Keep your phone battery protected. Turn down screen brightness, turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and only use your phone to call emergency services or send your location to a family member. Do not scroll social media. Your phone battery is a lifeline. Treat it like one. If you have a portable phone charger in your car, and after today you should always keep one, use it wisely. Step 5. Ration your food A&D water. Think 24 hours ahead. Most people get stranded and immediately eat everything they have within the first 2 hours. Don't. Your body can survive without food for days. But dehydration in cold weather is a real and underestimated danger. If you have water, ration it. Small sips at regular intervals. Do not eat snow to hydrate. It lowers your core body temperature and can accelerate hypothermia. If you must use snow for water, melt it against your body heat first, or use your car's warmth. Energy-dense foods, nuts, energy bars, chocolate, dried fruit are ideal survival foods. They are small, calorie-rich, and generate body heat through digestion. Eat small amounts regularly rather than one large meal. Your body generates heat processing food. Use that to your advantage. If you have nothing, stay calm. Your energy reserves will last far longer than your fear tells you they will. Panic burns energy faster than cold does. Step 6. Fight the psychological battle. Panic will kill you faster than cold. This is the step nobody talks about, and it may be the most important one. Panic is the silent killer in survival situations. When panic sets in, your breathing accelerates, your heart races. You make irrational decisions, like getting out of the car, using all your resources immediately, or giving up entirely. Survivors of extreme situations consistently report one thing: the people who stayed calm lived. The people who lost control of their fear made fatal mistakes. So how do you stay calm when you're trapped in a blizzard? First, breathe. Slow, deliberate breaths. In through the nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, out through the mouth for 4. This physiologically calms your nervous system within minutes. Second, take inventory. Count your resources. Knowing exactly what you have gives your mind something concrete to work with and replaces fear with a plan. Third, set small goals. I will check the exhaust in 20 minutes. I will signal when I hear the next vehicle. Small, achievable actions keep your mind focused and purposeful. Fourth, remind yourself of this. People survive snowstorm strandings every single day. Emergency services are looking for you. The storm will pass. You have shelter. You are not helpless. Your mindset is a survival tool. Sharpen it. Step 7. Prepare your car before winter. The survival kit that costs less than $50. Everything I just told you becomes 10 times easier if you have the right items in your car before winter begins. Here is the exact survival kit every car needs from October through March, and it costs less than $50 to put together. 1. A thermal emergency blanket. Folds to the size of a deck of cards. Reflects 90% of your body heat back to you. Costs $2. No excuse not to have one. 2. A small bag of high-energy snacks. Nuts, energy bars, hard candy. Rotate them every season so they stay fresh. 3. A portable phone charger, fully charged before every winter trip. 4. A small flashlight or headlamp with fresh batteries. Do not rely on your phone flashlight, it drains your battery fast. 5. A bright colored cloth or small flag for signaling. A red bandana works perfectly. 6. A small foldable shovel. If your exhaust is buried or your tires are stuck, this is invaluable. 7. A window scraper and a small bag of sand or kitty litter for traction under your tires. 8. A basic first aid kit. 9. A whistle. Loud, costs $1, carries further than your voice and wind. 10. A handwritten note with emergency contact numbers in case your phone dies entirely. This entire kit fits in a small backpack in your trunk. It weighs almost nothing. And it could save your life, so there you have it. 7 steps that could keep you alive if you are ever stranded in a snowstorm. Stay in your car. Manage your exhaust. Control your body heat. Signal for help. Ration your resources. Control your mind. And prepare your kit before winter arrives. Print this out. Share it with your family. Put together that survival kit this weekend, because the storm doesn't announce itself before it traps you. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been stranded in a winter storm? What did you do? What do you wish you had known? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience might save someone else's life. If this video was useful to you, please hit the like button and share it with someone you care about. That simple action could put this information in front of someone who needs it before the next big storm hits. Subscribe if you haven't already. We cover real, practical survival and safety content every week. Stay safe out there, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next one.